Hi, welcome to Bobby Cinema Theater. I'm Bobby Cinema, but you can call me BC. Today's August 17th and my 28th week of my webcast live at Bobby Cinema. We're introducing new movies and DVDs that's out this week, where I make my final grade on the movie out this week. Come to my website where you can read the plot and watch the movie trailer. The first movie out this week in theaters is Star Wars: The Clone Wars, starring Matt Lanter, directed by Dave Filoni, produced by George Lucas, and directed by Warner Brothers Pictures and Lucasfilm Animation. I took this film. I recommend people watching this movie on theaters. George Lucas did it again, turning this movie into a masterpiece. My hats off to him. I grade this movie an A-. The next movie out this week is Tropic Thunder, starring Ben Stiller, Jack Black, and Robert Downey Jr. Written, directed, and produced by Ben Stiller, produced by DreamWorks Pictures. I took this film. I recommend people watching this movie in theaters. This is like Rambo meets American Pie. This movie is excellent about a bunch of actors who are trying to film a war movie, trying to play the parts. So they go to an area of the jungle, try to play the part, and accidentally are in the middle of a war. Jack Black, Ben Stiller, and Robert Downey Jr. made an extraordinary performance in this movie. My hats off to them. Grade this movie a B+. The next movie out this week is Mirrors, starring Kiefer Sutherland. Written, directed, and produced by Alexandra I.J., produced by 20th Century Fox. I took a look at this film. I recommend people watch this movie in theaters. Kiefer Sutherland made an extraordinary performance in this movie. My hats off to him. I grade this movie a B-. The next movie out this week is Vicky Cristina Barcelona, starring Scarlett Johansson and Rebecca Hall. Written and directed by Woody Allen, produced by Letty Arsenault, and produced by the Weinstein Company. I took this film. I recommend people watching this movie in theaters. Scarlett Johansson made an extraordinary performance in this movie. My hats off to him. Woody Allen did a great job turning this movie into a critical hit in this movie. I'm sure it's a great chance to be nominated for an Oscar. I grade this movie a B-. The next movie out this week is Henry Pole as Seer, starring Luke Wilson, directed by Mark Pellington, and produced by Gary Gilbert, produced by Overture Films. I took this film. I recommend people watching this movie in theaters. Luke Wilson portrays a drunken man losing all hopes in life. Goes into an isolation of a new house that he just bought, until hope came back to him when he sees a shadow of God in his backyard. People saw it, and hope came back to him. So does him, and figure out what he's worth living for. Luke made an extraordinary performance in this movie. My hats off to him. I grade this movie a B+. The next movie out this week is Fly Me to the Moon, starring Tim Curry, directed by Ben Stanson and produced by Gina Gallo, produced by N-Wave Pictures and Illumina Pictures. I took this film. I recommend people watching this movie in theaters. Tim Curry made an extraordinary performance in this movie. My hats off to him. I grade this movie a B-. That's all the movies that are out this week. The next movie that's on DVD this week is The Art of War, Betrayal, starring Wesley Snipes, directed by Jose Rusnak, written and produced by Kirk Shaw, and produced by Sony Pictures. I took this film. I don't recommend people watch this movie on DVD. They should get better writers and better actors for this film. They should get better action stars for this film, like Jackie Chan. He would have done a lot better job than Wesley Snipes in this movie. I grade this movie a D-. The next movie out this week is Felon, starring Val Kilmer, written and directed by Rick Roman Waugh, and produced by Dan Caston, and produced by Sony Pictures. I took this film. I recommend people watch this movie on DVD. This movie is about redemption and making amends that happens. Val Kilmer made an extraordinary performance in this film. I grade this movie a B+. The next movie out this week is Smart People, starring Dennis Quaid, Thomasine Church, and Ellen Page, directed by Noel Murrow, produced by Michael London, and produced by Miramax Films. I took this film. I recommend people watch this movie on DVD. This movie is about family and how we stick together when brothers reunite for the first time. Dennis Quaid, Thomasine Church, and Ellen Page made an extraordinary performance in this film. My hats off to them. I grade this movie a B. That's all the time we have today. Come back next week where we're some new movies out this week and on DVD. Don't forget to log to my website where you can look at my new trailers, play my movie trivia, and my puzzle. This is BC. See you next week. Now get out.